Hello, 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 and welcome, my Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your twin flame read for what's left of July into August 2020. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, and Pisces moon sign. Yes, witch work. Hey, my subscribers, welcome back. Last reading of the series. Sorry it took so long. It was just magical hangover, man, and clients and readings. I ain't complaining. I love my new career as a YouTuber, but you know, totally increased the number of readings that I do in a day. And, you know, Pisces moon, empathic burnout. It becomes a thing, right? Your cell tissues get filled up with other people's stuff. You need to rest, so whatever. That being said, if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing to my channel, liking the video, hitting that notification bell. I am trying to put out content every day, whether through a live stream or a recorded reading or maybe something from my past that I will re-edit for the tube of you. But please do join me along my YouTube journey. I know we overuse that word a lot, but it really is a career journey for me. Let's see where it goes. That done, we can now get down to business. This is a general read. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. Like, if it really doesn't feel like it's yours, it's not. And I, you know, Pisceans in particular, we're incredibly intuitive. Everyone has intuition, but not everybody develops it, right? It's like musculature, right? It takes trusting your gut and all that, and it's a journey into and of itself. So, excuse me, had a little too much dairy in my coffee. There you have it, right? So do keep that in mind. General read, check your other signs. These are running around 40 minutes or so, but you know, I always save the best for last. My Mer family. Mer. This is a twin flame contract read, not to be confused with a soulmate contract read. Twin flames and soulmates are both soul contracts. That's it. That's the only thing they have in common, other than that the more twin flames you have, the better you become a mate of your own soul, and therefore a better soulmate. You have more than one twin flame. You may have really hundreds in a lifetime. Same as soulmates. They're not all romantic, sexual, right? My father was a twin flame contract. God rest his soul. My mother and I are soulmates still to this day, in that we help each other heal. Soulmates help each other heal. Twin flame contracts, you teach each other how to heal yourselves. Sometimes by withholding, sometimes by being abusive, neglectful, codependent, you know, the standard, because you can't give each other the love that you want. That doesn't mean you don't love each other. My father and I loved each other very much, but he wasn't so much thrilled about the idea of having a gay witch for a son, which I understand for his generation. And yeah, I'm not a Republican conservative. Blessed be. You can probably tell, right? Considering I'm wearing a Go-Go's t-shirt, mascara, I have purple hair, and I'm a witch doing readings on YouTube. I think that's been established, but some things, all right, it's okay to say. So we're going to have you on this side, my Pisceans. Your twin on this side. We're not doing that divine masculine, divine feminine thing, at least not this time. The gods and the guides change it up for me every single time. So you focus on your breath, I'll focus on my breath. I'll get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can. They are reminding me, there are some links in the description box talking about the definitions, and I should say the redefinitions of twin flame and soulmate. According to the spiritual teacher Matt Kahn, his healing mantra deck will be the last card down for this read, as I usually do. Go check it out. It was a real game changer for me because I never liked the idea of twin flames and soulmates. It sounded like spiritual codependency, and let's face it, as empaths, we are prone to that stuff. I'm trying to watch my language. You with me? Right? Feeling other people's stuff and not knowing if it's yours, blah, blah, blah. That's why a reading can be helpful to clarify. Take a nice deep breath. All the decks that I'm using in this spread are in the description box all the way at the bottom. Go check them out. There's some other cool stuff on the way down there. We're going to start with the Caroline Mace archetype deck to get 2 archetype cards. One for you, my Piscean, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, and one for your twin. Let's get up in this gig. Here we go. my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, higher selves, and the ascended masters of twin flame contract law, please. 2 cards, one for the Piscean collective. Yes, I am well aware that I may be involved in this reading. Hyper aware that I might be involved in this reading. So please, 1 card in clarity for the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this twin flame contract for July into August, or timeless, if you're watching this. These are timeless. July, August 2020. I can feel the murky, confusing, cloudy Piscean stuff already. Please, who is the twin in this Piscean collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame contract, July, August 2020, or timeless. Some of you are a little over this twin flame contract. Oh, that was near a cackle, wasn't it? Okay, before I do these cards, let me just say archetypes are neutral, right? A positive side and negative side. We're all trying to find our way from lead to gold, from shadow to light, from toxic to healthy. That's the path. You are learning how to heal yourself in this twin flame contract, which means they are trying to heal themselves. And this is so important that you hear this now. Really go watch the Matt Kahn video. You can help them heal. The soulmates you help heal. Twin flames, you can stand on your head, gargle peanut butter, chant for them 24/7, 365 every day for the rest of your life. They have to learn how to heal themselves with you. Someone else can help them heal. They have soulmate contracts too. You have soulmate contracts too. Because this is a rough road, Pisces. Oh boy, here we go. Well, not for us so much. We've got the wisdom family. Detective archetype. I like the detective archetype. You couldn't hide shit from me as a teenager. My intuition, oh please, if there was something to be hidden in the house, I found it. I'll read the specifics on that in a moment. Because the twin is the addict archetype. Ooh, the detective and an addict. Have we been Nancy Drewing? Yes, we have. Have we been dealing with addicts? Yes, we have. And there are purposes, as well as there are divine purposes in terms of our own learning and soul growth that have to do with that. And as I read this will come clear, but this should be a very interesting read. The detective archetype from the wisdom family, shadow attribute, voyeurism and falsifying information. Now, voyeurism, with the internet now, that's so, it used to be like a really dirty word, voyeurism, and now like everything's voyeurism with Instagram, and you know, that's just the way of the world. I'm not saying that's good or bad, it's just neutral. But falsifying information as a detective, like finding something and falsifying it, that's not good, because you're bearing false witness. God, I just went 10 commandments. I'm gonna have to take a nap later. The light attribute, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. And what do we know about addicts? They lie, 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 which is the worst thing you can do to a Pisces, because we're so intuitive, we know something's wrong and we start doubting our own gut. It is the easiest way to torture an intuitive and empath, let alone a Pisces intuitive empath, of which I am. So the addict archetype in the shadow compromises integrity and honesty. They lie. Allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. So it is like they are possessed. Everybody has their addictions though, but not everybody has the addict archetype. Reason, season, or lifetime. I really don't have it. I quit smoking last year. I was smoking half a pack of American Spirit Yellow, right? A day, working from home. You know, it's 10 cigarettes. It's American Spirit. It's like a vitamin with a filter. No, it's not. And just got a head cold, gone. Like, I literally stopped. I've had a few since, but if they're not here, I don't think about them. Because I did my own healing work, finding things on my own path, right? The light attribute helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. So look, my vibe on this already is not good guy, bad guy, right? These are two souls that this was written into the script before the souls incarnated to develop these particular powers. You could say treadmill, weight bench, right? Like you came in to develop. You're kind of more the enduring detective on the path, Hercule Poirot-ing all over the place. But then we've got, we've got a little monkey on the back here, so to speak. mother's little helper, etc. Let's keep going, because this is a twin flame. This is a twin flame, and my antenna is up when the addict archetype hits the table. So we're going to take our time with this one. This may be longer than all the rest of them. We will see. But we're going to get 5 cards from you from the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. You are my only reading today. I actually have a spiritual conference to go to later today via Zoom. That should be fun. I can wear what I'm wearing. I don't have to get changed for it. We're going to do the Mythic Tarot, 5 cards, fire, earth, air, water, spirit for the addict. This should be, as the kids like to say 60 years ago, a humdinger. This is going to be a humdinger. Take a breath. Because I call on my threefold goddess of the moon, Artemis, Diana, and Circe, turning men to pigs since the Bronze Age. Please, my goddesses and gods sacred. I need 5 cards, the element spread for this Piscean detective archetype in this Piscean Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract, July into August 2020 or timeless, please. Element of fire. What does this Piscean detective desire in this contract? Element of earth. What is the fuel? What is it they have to help them achieve or get this element, what they want? Element of fire in this twin flame contract. Element of air. What are they predominantly thinking? This Piscean detective in this twin flame contract. This is probably going to be the key one. Element of water. Okay. Shuffle those cards. Yes, I am. What is it? What is their element of water here? What are they predominantly feeling? This Piscean collective detective feeling about predominantly this twin flame contract. And element of spirit. What is the point of view of the voice of the soul that agreed to this contract prior to incarnation? What is their point of view at this stage in the contract for this July into August 2020 twin flamer or timeless? We're going to do the same for the addict. Get them both so I can flip over fire, fire, air, air. Or you get what I'm saying. Breathe. You're also the last reading, so you guys probably have checked other signs if you know what your other signs are already and know how this one's going to go, at least in terms of layout. Breathe. Yay, great fun. Tuning to an addict. Oh, here we go. My gods and goddesses sacred. Particularly Artemis, particularly Diana, particularly Circe. Can I get 5 cards, please? I'll call them out one at a time for this addict archetype twin in this Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract, July, August 2020. Please, element of fire. What does this addict want in this contract? Well, more or something, I'm sure. Sorry, am I catching an attitude? I'm feeling this, even though I don't know if I'm in it. I don't know if that's me, but feeling it right here, solar plexus. Breathe. My goddess, my gods and goddesses, please, element of earth. What does this addict have to help them get what they want? Because maybe they do want to heal, right? Maybe you're teaching them by example, but you can't help them heal, right? Element of air. What is their predominant thought here? This addict archetype in this twin flame contract, about this contract. What is it? Very important, I would think, as well, because it's going to show us empathic absorption if it's here. What's going on for them emotionally? What is they predominantly feeling, this addict in this twin flame contract? And of course, probably very important here, what is the point of view of the soul, the power of spirit here for this addict archetype in this Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract, July, August 2020, or timeless? And I say important because it is about compromises, integrity, and honesty. Allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your what? Your spirit. Hey, bright light, stop it. It just... It's just that bright light. All right, we've got our two contract partners here. Let's see what we got. What do you want? See, you want clarity. You want the sun. You want healing. You want this to work out well. Now, it's been said a million times. It's actually from a tarot reader by the name of Patty McLean. Is the first time I ever heard it in a video that you can find on YouTube called Mysteries of the Tarot, narrated by Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee saw it. It's hysterical. It's from the 90s. I think it's pee yourself funny. In retrospect, but she's the one that says when at least that's the first time I ever heard it. When the sun card is in any spread, it lightens everything else. Well, particularly I would think if it's in the element of fire, and let's call it what it is, though it is a spirit card, it is a fire element. Technically, yes, air, gas, because the sun isn't fire; it's gases. I know, science, but symbolically we've got that. Because what they want is a bit hidden to them. It is the Scorpio card, other people's resources. Now, certainly people could say, well, that's a water energy. They want the Pisces, but the vibe I'm getting on this is there is a real depth here of emotion that has to do with other people's resources, money, sex, power, that interchange. With an addict, that there is some pain going on here that they are trying to medicate, and if not, deal with it in a healthy way, pushing it down. And that's what medicating, that's why there's a difference between medicating something and healing something. Healing, it has to come up and out, right? Like popping is it. Gorgeous metaphor. Oh, I forgot what I meant for. Okay, so what's the element of earth? This is a knockdown, drag-out read, isn't it? Yeah, feeling it. Okay, all right. Now, look, I don't read tarot like everybody else does. Nobody reads tarot like everybody else does. But you've got the Three of Blades in the position of your earth position. So yes, if your heart is broken, is because of this person, which is the traditional Three of Blades, which is the Three of Swords. But I always said in the Rider-Waite deck, even when I was a little kid, like looking at the card, because I meditated on the cards when I was 12 years old, because Pisces moon, saying, but the heart isn't broken. Why are they saying it's heartbroken? And if you look, it's not. There are no cracks in that heart. It's three like swords coming to the what? The heart of the matter. So this can be about really deep insight. Focus is what's written on this card, and I prefer that. That's why I love Daughters of the Moon Tarot, right? We've got a pyramid there. We've got a Sphinx there, so there might be a mystery in play, right? The mystery, the riddle of the Sphinx. And you've got a maiden, a mother, a crone, representing the wise three there, sort of focusing into something. So your ability to focus, and what better for a detective, because you want to bring something to light. Well, now you might know, it's like, oh, they're addict, done. See, but the thing is they've got the Queen of Cups in their fire position, so they want this Scorpio thing, but what they have is the Queen of Swords. So we're looking at Scorpio energy and Aquarian energy. Now, what I love about these two tarot decks is they don't monkey around with the zodiacal correspondences like other ones do. Like this is, she's literally holding a pitcher of water and pouring it out. And although you can't see it here, there are snakes wrapped around the throne, very much a Scorpio image, shedding its skin transformation. So yeah, they could very much want a transformation here in their life. But definitely getting that darker Hadean, Plutonian addiction, right? Right, that there's pain there. So the pain that they're in is understandable, that they don't know how to deal with it, because nobody knows how to deal with their pain originally, right? That's part of the journey. I just don't think that you can help them heal here, but I think as a detective, there's something here you need to see and you need to get to help you heal yourself. Because the Queen of Swords, what they have is to stay the hell away from you, right? To help them get what they want, if they really want to heal themselves, distance, or at least a friendly thing. So, does this need to be sexual, romantic? From the cards on the table, no. But you really want this happiness and this clarity. Like, I feel like, Pisces, if you just understood what was going on, you could be like, oh, okay. Well, I may not be happy for them, but, oh, All right, like relief, that sort of happy, that sort of unburdened, which means you might be taking responsibility for things that are not yours to take, that are not yours to take responsibility for, which is like hallmark twin flame behavior when you don't know it's twin flame. Well, what are you all thinking here? Girl, you got the witch. Sorry. I shouldn't assume anybody's gender. Please don't cancel me. But I love this card. I mean, it's the card of the magician, but look at her. Like, that's me. Well, yeah, wearing purple, my hair. It's a little Rosanna hair for me, but I'm going to keep it funny, keep it sunny, keep it gay, but I'm going to be drawing down that power and directing it. So your mind, I would say, you're working your focus and you're really looking at, what is my will here? What do I want to do here? Not just terms of a decision, but what do I want to manifest? And my sense is that you may have everything that you need to do that on the table, the fire, earth, air, water, and you're bringing down the spirit. But it's on their mind, they're thinking a new beginning. So although what they have perhaps might be to either be friendly, it might be approaching you in this contract from a new thought, a new place, but one that has a bit more distance. And am I saying that all Aquarians are distant? Yes, of course I am. No, depends on your, aspects and what signs are where. But that thing of fixed air, like seeing it from the stratospheric point of view, like that, because whenever you see Aquarius, they're not just pouring water on the ground, standing on the ground. They're always what? In the sky, right? That sort of vibe there. Although she's sitting in a throne there. So this Ace of Wands, very much thinking of a new beginning with you. Which is, let's keep in mind, if this is family, then of course you're going to start over again with a family member. But if now you get, they're an addict, right? That's going to change the boundaries of the new beginning if it's family. If it's lover, let's see what's going on in the emotions first. 2 5s. 5 of Blades for you, the Hurricane. 5 of Pentacles for them, feeling left out in the cold. Yeah. I'm going to say the two of you are not on speaking terms, or if you are, it's brief or painful. Your emotions are totally stirred. The 5 of Blades in the water position speaks of like a water spout, right? It's all that moving air. The hurricane, hurricanes take place on water. Technically this should be called a tornado, because no, there's water in the distance there too. I got it. Yeah. I've had these cards forever, but I always see new things in them. So think of that spiraling, changing air over water is what creates a water spout. A hurricane, not just a tornado. Tornadoes, I think by definition, are landlocked, land-bound, whatever. I'm no meteorologist, I'm a tarotologist, darling. But then that would make sense while you're sort of processing and focusing, trying to find the eye of the hurricane, which is the safest place to be in a hurricane, metaphorically speaking. I wouldn't actually want to be in the center of it, in the eye of a hurricane, but metaphorically speaking, a lot of thoughts. And maybe this is the changing of your emotions through the changing of your mind, right? The healing of your mind. 5s are not always so destructive. Sometimes they are healing. But 5 of Pentacles, no question here. I feel like you might have closed the door on this person. I just don't think you might have gotten the extent, knowing the extent that there was a real addiction here in play. And let's be clear, it's going to be different for every situation. Well, there'll be some commonalities, like name the drug, external, but then there's also workaholism, which people don't consider a drug because you get paid for it. It's still debilitating. Codependence, right? An addiction to different forms of psychological abuse. Addiction is a way of medicating pain, but not saying that's an easy road to hoe, but I will say that as a soul contract, it frees you, right? That light side of it helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior within yourself, within others. It's as dark as any archetype is, as toxic as it is as bright and healing as the light is. It's the process of alchemy. But you can help each other heal through this. You're teaching each other how to heal. All right, last one. Let's see the spirit position. the point of view of the soul, interestingly enough, is your soul is saying, let's think about this in a brand new way. Now, just to clarify, you have 3 air cards, elements of air, and 2 spirit. And those 2 spirit cards, major arcana, are the sun and the witch, the magician. So there's definitely, your soul is saying, there's a new way to see this. It's coming in. Hang in there. You are learning something. You're going to see this in a whole new way. Now, a lot of people will say, well, Ace of Blades, new communication, maybe, but from the point of view of the soul, even if that would happen at this point, considering your element of earth here is focus, and what's on your mind is the witch, that there is a real manifestational process going on here, probably in terms of your own healing, your own clarity, because they got the 9 of Cups, that it's almost like I want to say the 9 of Cups, is it the cure for addiction? Let's just say this is about them becoming emotionally balanced. 3 threes, right? Within themselves. That this is about you heal yourself, sweetheart. Yes, there's wish fulfillment in the 9 of Cups, but what if that wish is in alignment with the soul's need to be healthy? Because it's a 9, right? It's not the 10. It's the 9. And even though that's Eros and Psyche getting the blessing of Aphrodite, because they were already married, by the way, before that point. But in the next card, it's the 10 of Cups, and they become both divine. They make her a goddess. Psyche, the goddess of the soul. Very, very interesting thing here. Let's get our center lane, because I think the center lane is very, very helpful, because now you see it. It's like, now what do I do? And I mean, you're already in it. I mean, for the Piscean here, you're already in process. There's no question. Your own spiritual, mystical, whatever you want to call it, healing path of true love, you're on it, and it makes sense what you're going through if you are dealing with an addict here. And I'm also going to say with these 2 queens, the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, not that that's a huge preponderance of court card energy, but there are other people involved here. This person is not an addict unto themselves. You look at their friends, their families, who they hang with, who they sneak away with, who they spend their private Scorpio time with, so to speak. All right, let's ask the Ascended Masters here. Well, and if this is romantic, it could be a toxic pattern within the family. Wow. That's why I've learned do Pisces last and take a nap beforehand, because just we're going to ask the Ascended Masters through half of the Chuck Spezzano love pack, the suit of the problem. What's the problem here? I mean, I think we know what the problem is here. And I'm not saying that this is good guy, bad guy. I'm not. I'm really, really not. Everybody has their addiction. Some people are addicted to being right, that when they're proven wrong, they go through intense depression and withdrawal symptoms, right? There's a high from being proven right, and then there's a low from being proven wrong. And there, nice deep breath. Let's do this. Probably going to be the longest read of the but I'm not actually relating to this, so go figure. But probably the longest read of the series will do. My Ascended Masters, please, 1 card in clarity. What is the problem here in this Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract, July into August 2020, or timeless, please? There's always a problem in a twin flame contract, so what's the problem here and now? Self-consciousness. This card has come up repeatedly in this series for some reason. I mean, it's not a whole lot of cards, but it's half the Chuck Spezzano love pack is the suit of problems. So I'm going to say this self-consciousness, maybe because we're still dealing with some Leo energy here, in the sun sign, I mean. Do they know? Do they know? Am I showing? Is it, can you smell it on my breath? Is it, am I, do you know that feel, that vibe? And here's the thing, addicts lie and deceive. They have to keep their what? They want to keep their stuff Scorpio, covert. See, that's the other part of it. That's the part that I guess was skirting around, that they want to keep what they're doing hidden, and that's sort of addicts. I mean, even if you have an addiction to being right, you don't want anybody to know, right? So what do? You keep it in the shadow to the point where you don't even want to know it's there, right? Well, twin flame contract's pretty much the fastest way to boil that shit to the surface, just saying. Okay, so self-consciousness. Does make sense. You look to your self-consciousness. Do you really care how you look through this? Now I know. Who wants to look a fool? But if you're the detective, oh, well, that's the thing. Are you Nancy Drewing all over the place? Are you a Hardy boy? Har, 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 har. Let's ask the angels. What is the healing angel assigned to this contract? Breathe. My angels and archangels, please. One card in clarity for this Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract involving this detective, the Piscean detective, and this twin addict archetype here. What is it? What is the healing angel that is assigned to this contract for this point in time, for this chapter, for this phase that they can both call upon, whether it's the addict or the detective watching this? The healing angel is meditation. So the answers are within, not new. Stitch it on a pillow, throw it on the couch, Grandma. I get it. That is the healing angel. That you cannot help each other on this one. I mean, I guess you can be supportive, but I don't even feel like with that 5 of Blades in your water position that you want it. You're just like, well, I want it, but I don't. And I do, but I don't. And I love it, but I hate them. It's like, that's okay. That's totally, particularly if things are being hidden, you're not getting the wonder you want, the clarity, but you might be too many voices on the channel, empathic confusion. Too many voices on the channel. Meditate. Find the stillness, not the visualization, not the try and make anything happen meditations. Visualize your well-being and your soulmate. No. Try something a little Eastern. Try some Zen. Try some mantra work. Your last card down will be mantra, but to kind of find what? The still point, the center of the hurricane. Plus, you probably have so many people giving you, you know what you should do? You know what? No, but you're going to freaking tell me anyway. I will miss being a Pisces moon after this life. This is fun. I mean, it's not great, but I love being able to feel stuff in this way. Being intuitive is, well, everybody's intuitive, but I'm an Olympiad, apparently. Let's ask the higher selves of all involved, shall we? The Whispers of Love Oracle. And that's the thing. I don't think I'm special. I think everybody has the skill, but, you know, everybody develops it differently. I just made it a dominant thing. And relationships with men. Breathe. Oh, I'm gay. You didn't know. Did you miss the writing and the signs in the sky? Higher selves of all involved. Possibly my own. Not feeling it, but possibly my own higher self involved in here. Please, one card. In clarity for this Piscean collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What is the whisper of love? What is the piece of insight, information, or inspiration from the higher self collective for this Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign twin flame contract July, August, July, messy, July, August 2020, please, the higher selves of all involved. Now, take this the right way. Like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. Now, that is talking of a mirroring process here also, but it doesn't mean that you are necessarily an addict. Now, I will say the two fish of Pisces, it's been said to me by an astrologer, the mystic and the addict, right, are both within us. And that's why I've kept my eye on my addictions once I've learned that. Because the pain that comes with mysticism is the pain of faith, which sounds like, how could faith be painful? Because you feel things that you have to trust that there is no logical context for. That can be maddening. And that is the shadow side of the mystic, madness. And we all go through it. So to repress that, a lot of times, what do? We will find addictions. The mystic and the addict. But my sense is here is you're the detective, not the addict here. That your intuitive thing, right? Great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth, and it feels like something's being hidden here, and you got to get that this is part of an addiction. And if you've ever dealt with your own addictions, you can perhaps sympathize, and perhaps you can even deliberately empathize to feel out what they're going on. But if you're not aware of the empathy, it's really telling you focus. that you're picking up what they're feeling as well. And I don't know if, because we know telepathy, but I don't know if this is a real word, but I think it should be telepathy. Telepathy, like telepathy is up here. Telepathy is here. I don't know if it's a word. It should be. I think I made a new word. Well, some people would say empathy is enough, but when it's sort of deliberate psychic thing, when you're aware of it, yeah. Anyway, sorry. My guides are very chatty. I'm a Pisces moon. Breathe. You Ascended Masters who gave us this self-consciousness card, please. Last card down, and then we'll pop up the picture and look at the overview. One card in clarity. What is the perfect healing mantra for this Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, twin flame contract involving this detective Piscean and this addict twin archetype here? What is the healing mantra? Doesn't matter who's watching this. Will help them heal individually, will help them get the insight, the clarity, the guidance, and grace that they need to fulfill their end of the contract, learning to love themselves and heal themselves. July, August 2020 are timeless. What is their perfect healing mantra? My Ascended Masters. This one? Okay, had my hand on one, they told me the other. Expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine. It's all in you, baby. It's all in you, my Mer family, my Pisceans. Expressing free will. Let me just read that to you because you're not trapped in this. You have choices. You have, come on, free will. Expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine. When free will is expressed, the quality of your experiences is based not on the actions of others, but on how wisely and lovingly each moment is viewed, right? How each moment is viewed. It's about your focus. I don't know what's going on there, but I will talk to you in terms of a detective. It's not just what you find, the clues that you find, it's how you view them. It doesn't matter, it doesn't match the unconsciousness of others or fight to have the final word. Dealing with an addict. Instead, free will conveys the brightness of your soul through the sum of your words and actions, even when responding to those who aren't acting their best. I mean, this is like tailor-made. This mantra is ideal for overcoming feelings of disempowerment, fulfilling personal goals, and becoming more ambitious. I'm just really getting that is a brilliant strategy for an empath to say, well, you know what? My choices determine how brightly I shine. And the first choice that I'm going to do, that I'm going to make, is to focus on me. And I'm going to take this as a clue on my own journey to guide me inward into my own soul. Let's put up the larger picture. I'm sure it'll reveal itself more. Nice deep breath, stretch, and clap. Magic clap. We've got you as the detective archetype, the shadow attribute, voyeurism, falsifying information. So, darling, if you are, on the Hercule Poirot, the Agatha Christie journey here with all of this, please just take note of what you are seeing, because you have great powers of observation and intuition here in the light attribute. And I can understand with things hidden, you have a desire to seek out the truth, and understand that as a soul power, you are alchemizing from lead to gold, reason, season, or lifetime. This twin flame contract is helping you heal that. And of course, what you want is the sun. You want to be happy, sure, but you also want things brought out into the sunlight, into clarity, that will give you such an emotional sense relief once you understand, because what you're feeling and what you are seeing with your physical eyes do not match. So bringing things out into the clarity of light would be gratefully helpful. What you have that you can do within yourself to do that is the Three of Blades. Now I know, Three of Blades, Three of Swords, heartbreak, heartbreak, heartbreak. If that is the case, that would show itself certainly in that Five of Blades, but the other interpretation is a bit healthier, not just healthier, more apt, I guess, which is to focus, right? To get to the heart of the matter, to get to the eye of the hurricane, which of course would bring you more insight, clarity of the sun that you want. And do understand with the card of the witch, the magician, in your element of air, Your element of air is really key in this process, at least for this stage right now. I'm not saying think positively, but focus. Focus. Don't let every wisp of information, every coincidence and synchronicity throw you off the track, particularly if you are in communication or someone is communicating to you about this addict archetype twin flame. Because in your emotions, yeah, you are stirred over this. There's a lot of thoughts affecting your emotion, but I am really wondering how many of these conflicting emotions are your own? How much are you picking up from them? I have a feeling quite a bit with that like attracts like card right next to it. Because really, you can love this person in terms of really getting, all right, I'm getting really this intense emotional experience because I'm feeling their pain. Oh, the poor thing. But there's nothing I can do for them right now if they're, playing the addict game, doing the addict dance. And so what's the point of view of the soul, your own soul that agreed to this contract? It says there's a whole new thought coming to you. There's a whole new way of looking at this, almost like a prophecy, the Oracle of Delphi. A divine voice will speak to you through the element of air and giving you some clarity and insight. And could that be communication between the two of you? Someone making an apology, coming clean? Possibly. But as a detective, that feels like more something you are going to do as a result of your walking your path here. Looking at the addict, shadow attribute compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your spirit, which means that they don't want to be disintegrous. They don't want to be dishonest, but they have given an external pattern. Well, that's what allows an addictive pattern. I like that word better than substance, right? An addictive pattern to have authority over their inner spirit. Like, for instance, if they were neglected, throughout their life, then that is a pattern of pain that they are medicating in some way, shape, or form with an addictive pattern. But the light attribute helps them recognize and confront addictive behavior. Just what I'm looking at in the spread here with those two queens at the bottom, the Queen of Cups and the element of fire, what they want, which is that Scorpio card of either deep transformation or to keep stuff hidden, other people's resources, and what they have to get them what they want, the Queen of Swords. I mean, if they can really see this from a more psychotherapeutic, perhaps philosophical, if not wholly, WHOLLY, metaphysical or spiritual, that the writing is on the wall. They just need to pull back enough to see what it is that they're actually doing. I don't know that they really want that, but that's what they have to get them what they want in terms of this Queen of Cups, perhaps to understand what's really going on beneath the surface so that they can transform emotionally and heal rather than keep medicating themselves through whatever addictive pattern. What's on their mind is the Ace of Wands. They probably do want you. They probably do want a new beginning. They probably do want to reignite. And you've got an ace in your soul position, but I feel like that's between you and spirit for right now, you and your soul. So you're definitely on their mind, but it might be after things have blown up for them. And they're feeling left out in the cold, the Five of Pentacles here. Not just walking away, but that the door has been shut to them. So this can be a very, very painful thing for them to do, but the voice of their soul is saying, get healthy, kid. Get that Nine of Cups. That happiness has to come within. And, just kind of feeling this Nine of Cups, the message from their soul, is also saying that there is love here that only you can give yourself. Twin Flame Addict here. Give yourself the love that only you can. So that you can bring another cup into that. You can bring an Ace of Cups into that and have the love that you want. But probably not with this Piscean, unless it's one of those twin flames that evolve into a soulmate contract. Matt Kahn says it happens, but it's rare. But that will take time, and certainly that's not going to happen most likely in the past month or so. So looking at the center lane here, there is self-consciousness here. I think both of you know that mistakes were made, or you're trying to kind of act cool in front of each other, or not really admit that you're both feeling fives, not feeling fine, feeling fives in your emotional world. You're the Piscean, you're feeling the Five of Blades, the Hurricane, they're feeling the Five of Pentacles, locked out, left out in the cold. So meditation is the healing angel for you. Really go within. Go within, go within, go within. Not pure hermitage, unless, just because of the state of the world, you're kind of doing that. But go within. Your answers are within, blah, blah, blah. But I am going to say that does match your card of the Three of Blades, the focus, as well as does kind of match their Queen of Swords, both in the position of Earth for both of you. And like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. And maybe this is indicating you being more of a spiritual agape type of love, right? Love in action, but love with boundaries. If you're dealing with an addict archetype, you can love them and pray for them and forgive them from a distance. Don't give them your PIN codes, right? Because expressing free will. My choices determine how brightly I shine, which means if my choice is to keep this person locked out while I'm rebuilding myself, well, then that's a choice that's going to really be in alignment with the resonance and the truth of my soul. And if it is to reach out to them, then it will be done in a way that is in alignment with boundaries, loving myself, caring for myself, because that's what you're learning how to do in a twin flame contract regardless, learning how to love yourself, how to heal yourself, and then maybe be of service in some way that could be perhaps friendly. But my choices determine how brightly I shine regardless, so be very, very careful of the choices you make, because like attracts like. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say that this is it's not a cookie cutter read for dealing with an addict, not at all. But I think you've been suspecting something has been going on for a while and not knowing what it was. And if you did know about the addiction in place, particularly if it's an external substance, and illegal ones, and I don't want to say they're easier, but I want to say in some ways they're easier to spot. Like, what if you're addicted to food? You got to eat, right? What if you're addicted to working out? I mean, personally, I can't imagine it, but for some people that might happen, right? Workaholics, oh, what a nightmare. I mean, I love what I do, but I take time so I don't burn out. So, I mean, on the other side of a lot of my addictions, knock wood, I don't know that I'm done with all of them. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. The unconscious being the unconscious and all. But as a Piscean, I can feel this for you. Just keep going. In fact, may the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed in this twin flame contract with all that they need to heal themselves, to love themselves, to grow and evolve, right? And to undo this self-conscious, really being conscious of what's going on within them through meditation, and really giving and being the love that they truly are, like attracts like, knowing that their choices determine how brightly they shine as they take the Hercule Poirot journey, the detective's journey through this, gathering pieces of information, seeking out the truth, but ultimately the truth that they seek is within themselves. So may they be blessed with that truth as well, for their well-being, the well-being of this contract, and for the well-being of all, in alignment with the divine plan. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you for watching. I know a knockdown, drag out, but a good one. Please, if you liked it, please like it, right? Hit the notification bell, comment, subscribe to the channel. And I'm wishing you the very best and the very blessed. This ain't easy, but don't worry. The Path of True Love reads, the other fun reads, this is the last of the Twin Flames. They are my least favorite reads to do, but as you see, necessary. I don't know how you get to the soulmate contract without going through a crap ton of twin flames. And just to put a fine point on it, nothing here screams romantic sexual. So if this is not a romantic sexual situation, could very easily be family. Feels more family than friend, but could be friend as well too. So comment below if you can, right? And get yourself the help and the support that you need, please. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of this twin flame contract, July, August 2020, or timeless hail. Farewell, my darlings. And blessed, blessed be.